Yeah, I mean, well, this guy right here is your perfect place to start, is your primary care physician. Most of us have that, at the very least. It's hard to sort of dive straight in to therapy. Reach out to your church organizations, your school counselors, other parents, start talking to each other. I mean, the whole point of us having these screenings and getting together is so that we're saying, well, yes, it's really good and healthy to talk to each other, because when we share resources and information, we're vetting for each other as well. So I think there are wait lists, unfortunately, for 18 and under in many cities across the country for kids to get into therapy. And thankfully, there's some online options coming up. But I think that really your primary care physician is a great place to start, and your school counselor.
That's great. And I know when we got going down this, certainly, Samantha got involved in some of the youth groups at church. We did find therapists when we worked through our schools. We talked to our pediatricians to try to navigate a lot of things that Sheila just talked about, just trying to find that help services to have the conversation. The other thing is always reminding those of you that have this capability within your companies is your EAP programs. A lot of them have services that you can reach out to and connect you, and they have contracts with providers to get the process started as well. And I don't know if Dr. Flansbaum, you had any additional thoughts around getting started and finding services?
No, I think they covered it, but I think a lot of times when it comes to your primary care physician, hopefully, I know I've been out here working in the community for 29 years, so many of my patients I've known since they were born, and I was watching Katie shaking her head how hard it is to get started with a therapist. It takes a lot of trust to talk about stuff like this, it really does. And I think if you have a good relationship with your doctor and your child feels comfortable and safe going there, it's an awesome place to start. And at least get it on the table so that someone feels like, okay, there's someone else on my side. There's someone else that knows about this, so now we can start moving forward with how to make it better.
I also want to say, I went to multiple therapists before I found one that worked. And when I went to my first one, I remember, it was fine. And then I went to, before the next session, I had an anxiety attack, and I was scared to tell my mom that I didn't want to go because therapy is supposed to work. You hear everyone talk about, oh, go to therapy, it helps so much, and I believe that it does, but people are people, and you have to mesh with someone, and it took me to find multiple therapists until I found that I was comfortable sharing, and at first I was scared to tell my mom, hey Mom, I don't really like my therapist lady that you just paid a lot of money for. But don't be afraid, because it's the only way that's going to help is if you feel comfortable, I guess.
It's part of self-care, right? Stepping up for yourself, not to be afraid. We have 2 kids with general anxiety disorders, and they wouldn't even want to send back food because it wasn't what they ordered. And it's okay, you got to advocate for yourself.